Wang. It is your Wednesday's Geoguessr for the week of March the 19th, but this is the 21st. I don't know if you'd say the week of, if it starts on what, it doesn't matter. Start channel. Yep, we are not doing the what is I'm trying to say words. We're not doing the US. That was that one time, please forgive me, I had a terrible day. Treat for me, if you want to call it that. And now we've gone back to the world, as this clearly is Scandinavia or Bard, Lekivia, La Pisa. That's a very portly looking person in that sign. So umlauts, dop dop doo daps, doobie wop dop doo bops, dop dop doos. Whoa yeah, umlauts in Navarro Lekivia. That's just dumb. What am I saying? Well, we're gone. That guy's... Whoa, we seem to... The guy has changed colors and teleported through us and apparently freaked out and was not able to handle it. Let's see if this truck is turning this way. I think I remember a thing about red mailboxes also being an indication of a country we're in, but here we are with blue ones, so it doesn't matter. That's a nice house being built. Kind of weird looking. This seems too small for what this is, and why is there a ladder going to the chimney? Is that like a... I wouldn't say that's a thing because I haven't seen it on any other house. But this type of like architecture for this building feels like it should be on a bigger mansion thing, but I mean, I don't have a house. I can't sit there and say that house is too tiny. If I had my house, I would have it huge. This whole thing has gone off the rails. I mean, I kind of introduced what this video was, but if you're watching this, you kind of know who I am and what we do, but I really should keep in the habit of saying welcome to Hobbyfist. We're geoguessing. A minute and 46 seconds into this. But this is a Peugeot Leon. But how's your Wednesday been? Or is it going to be? Because I do release these at 6 a.m. my time. And I hope that you are planning on having a great day, or you've decided to end your day watching these silly little videos that I make, as I'm doing this after my second day at my new job. And there's a thing I always say about new jobs. Maybe it's because of the type of work that I've had, but whenever I'm starting a new job, I've already been in the mentality of I hate my old job. And it's not entirely fair to say that because I did want the job I had. Granted, the job I had before this one, I was in it for 9 years, I think, and this is the longest job I've ever had in my life. I'm still going to stick with Finland, but I'm going to put it closer to here just in case it's Sweden. I'm not that far off. And even coming from that job for the job I had before was 100% food service based. And oh my God, I was like, can you believe we're getting paid to sit down? You know, that was the type of logic I was coming from my job before the job I just left for the one I have now, where it's food-based, you're standing all day, you work insane hours, you never have any health care or any of the other benefits, vacation never happen, you may get a day off. But no, but usually how I look at it is the things that you love, or you think that make it really, oh, I wanted to see that truck. The things that really make it interesting, or you were wowed about when you were younger, like, can you believe we get to sit down all day, stuff like that. By the time you're actually ready to leave, you're just like, ugh, can you believe we just sit down all day? I never get to move, getting all fat. This is Russia. This can't be Russia. Get me over here. That's clearly Greece. And this one really wasn't... I enjoyed it when I got it. It was great. This feels like a highway of some sort. I'm going to put it there. I kind of feel bad for cutting this story off when I do, but I have a weird story about when I went to Macedonia and then proceeded to, that was Tikala, and proceeded to take a pit stop over here, as I mentioned before, right around this area. I don't think I've actually said this story, and you'll just have to forgive me if... Get me over here. Come on. There's a highway there. But, again, you have to forgive me if I may be repeating something. I don't think I am. But when I was ready to go, like, my trip back, I ended up leaving a week before the people I went with. And they were staying there to vacation a week later. And so, I don't know how she did it, but the woman I went with, who was from Macedonia, went and called the travel agency to try to book the hotel we stayed in, and we did. And then somehow, I don't know how she did it, she convinced the travel agent that we went with. I almost feel like I've told this story, but I don't think I have. Is this? No, it's not. That she convinced the travel agent to drive from Skopje all the way down to pick me up at, like, in the middle of the day. And he agreed to do it, which, great for him. I got to drive... Get me on that side. There's a sign there. I got to drive with him through this part, through Thessaloniki, which really reminded me of Buffalo, just because of the concrete plant we drove by that just made me feel like I was looking at the smokestacks of Buffalo when I was there. See, now I'm back on this lane. Get me to that sign. And now, why? Am I only selecting certain sections of the road? No, I want to be... Give me... Okay, it's not letting me do that. Alright, fine, whatever. And on the ride back, I had to hear his... He talked about his family, his kid, his wife. And then this was probably 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. It feels like it was that long of a drive. And he was telling me stories about when he was this, like, bodyguard for the Yugoslavian ambassador to some country. I forget exactly which one. And it was good just sitting there listening to him, because I was just like, I've only met you for like 30 seconds and you never actually talked to me when we were in the travel agency. And then, strangely enough, 20 minutes before he's actually dropped me off to get picked up by the guy I'm going to stay the night over to, so he's going to give me a ride to the airport in the morning, he finds out his mom dies. And so he's sitting there in the car, you know, clearly upset that... Oh, it was right there. Clearly upset that, you know, a relative died. You know, his mom died. That's gonna wipe anybody out. This south. And so I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I mean, this is real weird. It's awful to hear someone die, but then you're like, I don't know you at all. I don't know if I should, like, comfort you in any way, because I don't know if I'd want a random stranger saying, like, oh my god, I'm sorry, you know, just because, like, we've barely met. It's just real awkward. So, which way should I go? I feel like I'm gonna get some information at one of these. No, this is still a road. I'm gonna stay on this. But it may be telling me what road we're on if I get near here, and it'll tell me what direction to go. Or not. Alright, we're gonna stay on this road and head this way. So we go to the... After like another 20 minutes of awkward silence, we pull into the grocery store where the guy's gonna pick me up. Oh, we're clearly in Coastal Pines Golf Club, so let's see if I can't find it. And we're sitting there. He's real bummed. He wants to go. I totally understand it. Jesus, he wants to go probably be with his family after he finds out his mother has died. And the guy who went to pick me up is taking a bit of time to actually get to me. 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by. He's still not here. And I'm just like, man, I'm just kind of like stranger in a strange land here. I don't know too much. I kind of have a general idea as to where we are. But is this a golf course? Or is this, it's just a green? But I don't know my way around here. And I'm like, I'm sorry I'm holding you up, man. I really would totally understand if you want to go. I mean, you want to be with your family here, and I think it took like 30 minutes, and he was starting to get a bit antsy too, which I 100% understand. And then he finally went on his way. So if you happen to be in Skopje and you need a travel agent, find that one that I can't remember the name of. And don't say like, I know you do taxi service, because I offered the guy some money as thank you for doing it, because I was going to beforehand. Then I found out his it was like I wasn't gonna give him any, and then I found out his mother died. Oh, of course I'm gonna give you money. No, that's not what was happening. But come on, camera, help me out here. Why does he keep jumping lanes like this? But we're in this southern tip here somewhere. I don't know if golf courses really show up, but that he was a nice guy though. I don't know if I would have went out of my way to drive a person I just had a conversation with. Not even with the person. I had a conversation with the person's friend who spoke my language, and then 100% agreed to leave pretty early in the morning to drive through a country to pick me up. There's gas and everything he's got to go do. Drive all the way back and be, yep, my entire day shot, but it's fine. But, hats off to that guy. A lot of respect. More humanity. I think it's humanity than I would have. So good on him. Salmon, Brunswick. I gotta zoom in here. So nope, I'm not gonna find it in time. Oh, what's up farther? Alright. Well, Brunswick's right there. Is there a golf course? Country Club Estates. Brunswick. Yeah, it does show golf courses. Okay. I think I might have found it here. Nope, that's a park. Broadfield. No, alright. 4 stars. Okay. This feels... Conservatory of Classical Ballet, home of the Willis Ballet. 850. North American home of the St. Petersburg Classical Ballet. Well, St. Petersburg could also be in reference to St. Petersburg, Russia, or Petrograd before the fall of the Soviet Union, but I'm going to say that this actually is in St. Petersburg down here in Florida somewhere. Just because it says St. Petersburg, there's palm trees, there's a boat. That's my criteria for finding out where we are. But you also can hear horror stories, like a lot of podcasts I listen to. One of them has to do with true crime, and the things that always try to nail into your head is just how horrible people are and how gullible you shouldn't be. And that very well could have been the one time that, very well, if the guy had the intentions to, I'm not saying that he was a person, but say the man had intentions to actually do harm and kill me, steal my money, even though I really didn't have that much at the time, so he really was just kind of screwing himself over. But potentially just dump me off in the middle of a highway and just be like, "Do svidanya," and just speed right off. Ooh, skate park. Cool. But no, he was a nice guy, and then you're like, okay, maybe there happens to be more nice people in the world than bad, but I always seem to hear about the evil people because you seem to pay attention more to the unusual. And honestly, for the vast majority of people, I'm not saying that everyone is. Yeah, so I'm still thinking this is St. Petersburg. I'm going to put us, well, this is all kind of like, I'm still going to keep it like right around here. I mean, this seems real developed, so maybe down here. But you happen to probably see more nice people every day. And so they don't stick out as much as, wow, that one asshole that everyone talks about at their jobs. And I just realized that halfway through one story, I stopped talking about my fucking the job issues that I have and went right into a story about the guy who was kind enough to drive me from one country back while his mother died. There is a sign up here. Anyway, I'm gonna try. I just remembered about the story about the book, not the books. The West Beach is East Panama City. Am I going to see that here? Probably not. I need to find 98. But the things that... Oh, there's 98. I'm going to put you right here. It's heading east on 98. Well, it's actually got to be like right around here then. But the thing that sticks out for the thing that you like for a job eventually becomes kind of the thing that drives you nuts. Maybe that's just been my perception or experience, but whenever you're just talking about the sitting down in a place and then thinking that's amazing because you're coming from a job where you never actually were able to do it. Then 9 years later, after doing it, you're just like, this is terrible. I hate doing this. And when my job just became an excuse to listen to podcasts all the time. Wow. I was way off. There's 98 apparently goes for a very long way. Well, I got the state right. Oh, God. What state is this? When frosty. Is this Tanzania again? Or Tasmania? Tanzania. This almost fills the criteria of what Tasmania is. I can't tell what side of the road I'm driving on yet, so we're just going to keep going this way and hopefully see us reduce speed. Okay, so we are driving the left-hand side of the road, which makes me feel that we are in Australia, if not New Zealand, if not Tasmania. And this is make or break for my 20,000 score. And I don't want to get a point again. Give me a bit more information, please. Okay, that tells me nothing. So, now with the job I got that I'm enjoying so far, because obviously I enjoy it, I actively went out of my way to want to work for this job. I mean, that's how most jobs work, is you find, that's interesting, I want to do it. And you do it. Tell me where we are with your nice little hat. Before I forget, I'm going to put us down here. And be mad when it's not that. Because these images ain't great. They speak English here. They drive on the left-hand side of the road. I can't tell what car that is. I have not seen any. That's more road construction. That's a dirt road. These are pine trees, though. It's kind of like arid. And I don't know if this is enough to further convince me that this is in South Africa. And if it is, the game went out of its way to make sure that I wasn't going to get my prize of the 20,000. There was a decent image up here, and now it's gone. So we're going to go back into, maybe this sign will have something. Well, it's got something, but it's not going to help me. I need more information. This has to be Australia. They get snow here, though. So this is probably in the winter. Well, winter for us. It's summer down there for them, the whole hemisphere thing. but this very it's got to be, because it's following all the criteria. This is not England. I will not say it's England. I can't get close enough to this card to know what it is. I have a minute left. I have not seen anything to help me. And the problem is Australia is so huge that I could still end up only getting like 1,000 points and still not getting the 20,000. Wait, is this isn't New Zealand. It can't be New Zealand. I mean, it can't be. Come on, give me something in the next 40 seconds. You've given me nothing. Just a road and some English. Nothing. What's on this sign? Waterhole Creek? Yellow Waterhole Creek. That feels Australian to me. And I'm not... 10 seconds. If that's a sign up here. That was a sign back here. Nope. Getting nothing. And... okay. Whew. Alright. I got real lucky clicking down there. But we're next to Mount... and Ungella. I feel like that's a knockoff version of Nutella where they make it out of something that starts Eustace. I can't think of a food that starts with that. That's dumb. I'm sorry. But what does matter is fucking nailed it. I'm happy with the score. The sorrow of the weekend has been trounced. We now have soundly given ourselves a very strong score. I really hope that this becomes the norm because, god damn it, I like geoguessing. And I hope you guys enjoy watching it. And if you did, please like, favorite, comment, subscribe. It does help out a lot. Tell your friends. If anything I've mentioned this story needs correcting, please tell me, because I do like knowing whether or not all the stuff I babble on about is true or not. Especially in tomorrow's video that we have on Uncharted, where I talk a lot about the alleged ancient king of Mali who destroyed Egypt's wealth with a parade of gold he did through the entire Saharan subcontinent here. I don't know. Go listen to it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But for all of us here, to all of you, hope you're having a good day, and we will see you next time.